All right, YouTube, let's hop right into it. I'm committed. I told you guys a video a day, sub to the channel, trying to hit 10,000. I need about, 400 more subs to hit that 10, so please sub to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. But Canelo, stripped of the IBF, gone, snatched, give me that belt. You know, that's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, wait, look. You can go back and look at my videos. I mean, we were just talking about this. I even said he's probably going to lose the belt. He might vacate, and boom, what happens? What happens? Now, all of this drama, okay, could have been easily avoided if Canelo would simply step up and give the fans the trilogy, right? This drama could be avoided. It's crazy to me, right? It's like some Canelo carnival. I mean, seriously. So, you know, look, what Canelo is doing is absolutely unheard of in boxing. He's doing anything and everything to avoid Gennady Golovkin. I mean, he is. I mean, look, just like when Canelo vacated the WBC, he beats Miguel Cotto, vacates the WBC. We know what happens, right? Now, basically, in my mind, he vacated the IBF. And there's look, I'm going to be fair about it. You know, there was negotiations going on, just like Gennady Golovkin. He needed more time to negotiate, and the IBF took the belt, and they basically did the same thing, to Canelo. But I think it was planned, to be honest with you. I think the whole thing was planned. Now, Canelo agreed to take less money in order to avoid Gennady Golovkin. Okay, he said, look, give me Sergey Darbianenko, I'll take less money, okay? He tried to wheel and deal with the IBF, telling the IBF, let me fight, or I'll give you a unification fight with Demetrius Andrade, guaranteed, if you just let me avoid Gennady Golovkin. The dude tried to fight Sergey Kovalev to avoid Gennady Golovkin. Now, I don't think Canelo is afraid of Golovkin. Okay, don't get me wrong. I don't think there's any fear, nothing like that. I simply think he doesn't like the guy. He hates him. He doesn't want to give Golovkin a payday, and that's really what it boils down to. So, you know, and let's pretend for a minute Gennady Golovkin did the exact same thing Canelo is doing. I mean, could you imagine? Could you imagine the backlash? Could you imagine? So, you know, and now basically, you know, it puts Canelo in a better position. You know, he has plenty of time. He's got till October, December, you know, to get a new opponent. And, you know, it basically bought him a bunch of time, but it cost him a belt. Okay. So look, we're going to read through a few things. I'm going to kind of power through the video today, and you know, because I need to get out of here. I got a lot to do today. So right here, Golden Boy, let me just read a couple of things. We are extremely disappointed at the IBF for forcing the world's best fighter to relinquish his world title, De La Hoya said. Now, let me stop right there. What do you mean? Look, just because it's Canelo doesn't mean he gets to play by a different set of rules, okay? Basically, what Oscar is saying, let me translate for you. He's trying to say, well, look, hey, you know, you're talking about Canelo Alvarez. I mean, you can do this to a Gennady Golovkin. You can do this to, you know, some other bum, right? But you cannot do this to the Canelo. You can't do this to the Canelo. I mean, how dare you, is what he's saying. We have been in serious negotiations with Darbianenko's promoter. We offered his team an unprecedented amount of money for a fighter of his limited stature. Now, wait a minute. Limited stature? Hold up. Limited stature? Like, why are you fighting him then? If it's a limited stature, I thought De La Hoya said he wanted to bring the fans quality opponents. Remember, they put out a statement talking about, oh, we need more time to bring the fans a quality opponent. But now, limited stature? I mean, you can't have it both ways, right? And limited popularity. I mean, do you see the contradiction? I mean, people, wake up. Do you see it? Why would they put out a statement talking about we need a quality opponent, but then turn around and admit limited stature and popularity? But the truth is that I'm now certain they have never had any intention of making a deal, but instead they wanted to force us to relinquish Canelo's belt. This is an insult to the boxing, and more importantly, an insult to the boxing fans of the world. No, Oscar, what's insulting to the boxing fans of the world is the fact that you're ducking the Gennady Golovkin trilogy. That is what's insulting, and I hope someone from Golden Boy is listening. You know, and the fact that you're trying to sell this Sergey Darbianenko crap, okay? And then, oh, give me $20 a month for DAZN or what the hell ever, $100 a year. That's insulting. Okay, so he continues. The decision validates already existing concerns about the credibility of the IBF championship. Canelo inherited a mandatory challenge by defeating Jacobs, the man who beat Darby and Checo. So to strip him of his title without giving him enough time to make the best fight possible is truly what is wrong with boxing. Well, wait, how is it the best fight possible when you just said limited stature and popularity? Which one is it? Which one is it? And I plan to aggressively consider all legal actions. Boo-hoo. Wah, wah, wah. Cry me a river, dude. Cry me a river. Stop ripping off the fans. I mean, seriously, people, do you not see just how big of a hypocrite these... Do you not see it? It's right here in black and white. Okay, Darby and Checo, 13-1-30, whose only loss was split decision for the vacant IBF title in October, and Gennady Golovkin, 39, blah, 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 likely will meet for the vacant IBF title in October. Okay, so of course, Golden Boy Promotions CEO Oscar De La Hoya, upset at the IBF decision and blasted the organization in the statement I just read. Now, that happened last night. I mean, we're talking about 12 hours ago, okay? So let's continue. All right. The IBF follows its usual protocol. It will on Friday order a vacant title fight between Darby and Checo and the next leading available contender in its rankings, which is former unified champion Gennady Golovkin. Now, I went and looked at the rankings. If you go look at the WBO rankings, in fact, give me 1 second here and I'll pull them up on my other phone. Okay, I looked at all the belts and all the rankings, and it's crazy to me that right now, Sergey Darby and Checo is above Daniel Jacobs. Now, I don't quite understand that. Why is Sergey above Darby and Checo when he lost to Jacobs? So right here, you got Darby and Checo number 1, Gennady Golovkin number 3, and Jacobs is number 5. Wow. WBO, of course, Demetrius Andrade 1, Golovkin... or the champ, Golovkin 1, and then it goes on down. They even got Jeff Horn on there. What the hell is that about? IBF, Darby and Checo number 1, Gennady Golovkin number 3. Okay, I mean, and right now the number 2 spot for the ranking with the IBF is vacant. So number 1 IBF, Darby and Checo, and number 2 vacant. And number 3 is Gennady Golovkin. Okay, number 5 is Daniel Jacobs. So, it's just crazy to me. I don't understand why this guy, Sergey Darby and Checo, is always at the top. It doesn't make any sense to me. So, right here, as the Golden Boys request August 1st, 2019 for approval to follow Alvarez to unify the title with WBO middleweight champion Demetrius Andrade on or about 2019, IBF rule template does not allow a boxer to request an exception since the IBF has sent out the notice of the date for the purse bid, okay? And remember, Gennady Golovkin had until August 3rd. He went there personally with his lawyer. He went to New Jersey with his lawyer, Tom Laughlin. They told him no. He said, you have until August 3rd. So, I mean, basically, like I said, what you have is Oscar De La Hoya literally throwing a fit because they won't give Canelo, that special treatment, that Vegas, you know what I'm talking about? That Vegas treatment, right? So he's throwing a fit because of that. I mean, they did Gennady Golovkin the same exact way. In fact, they did Golovkin even dirtier. They did him even more dirty than they're doing Canelo. Because, truth be told, they've given Canelo more time than they gave Gennady Golovkin. Do your research. It's fact, okay? Let's see, I had to ditch a last step. I'll keep asking for an exception. The mandatory defense against Darby and Checo by saying Canelo Alvarez fight unification bout right here with counterpart Demetrius Andrade. So they're talking about here, he tried to wheel and deal. He said, no, I'll give you, give me Demetrius Andrade. Let me duck Gennady Golovkin. And we're all good. Okay, it's crazy to me. I mean, why doesn't this guy simply fight the trilogy? Okay, why can't Canelo just get in there with Gennady Golovkin and handle his business? I don't understand it. So I don't know if I want to read all this. You guys can pause it if you want. Right here, Lou DiBella didn't want to discuss the details of what went down with Alvarez Motor Golden Boy Thursday. I will confirm that we did not reach a deal. Now, let me get to a couple of headlines here. Okay, as part of Gennady Golovkin no longer being tied to Darby and Checo approval, industry sources say Canelo Alvarez agreed to take less. Now, here's what I was trying to tell you. A lot of people claim I made this up. Okay, look, Canelo agreed to take less money. Okay, he said, look, I'll take a pay cut if you let me fight this guy. So wait a minute. Again, let's go back to that comment with Oscar De La Hoya. We need to give the fans a quality opponent. Well, it's limited stature. He's not popular, and we'll take a pay cut. I mean, look, they are desperate, absolutely desperate to duck Gennady Golovkin. I mean, I'm not trying to be some Golovkin cheerleader. I don't care if it was any other, I don't know if it was Jacobs, Billy Joe Saunders, Demetrius Andrade. If they were obviously trying to duck someone this bad, I'd be saying the same damn thing. Even if Golovkin was doing this to Canelo, I'd be on here telling you, so please don't get it twisted. I'm not trying to be some Golovkin cheerleader, but this is what is wrong with boxing. Okay, before approving Darby Checo as an opponent for Canelo's next fight, October 22nd, right here, DAZN's boss, John Skimper, also dropped his request. Okay, I brought this up in another video, that Canelo guaranteed that he'd fight Golovkin in his following fight. So again, they said, DAZN said, Canelo, look, man, we'll deal with you. We'll work with you, okay? We'll give you the fight you want, but can you at least, guarantee me, you're going to fight Golovkin next? Nope, I won't. I can't do it, won't do it, not going to do it. Duck, right? Duck, okay? The Canelo Alvarez, Demetrius Andrade are now in serious talks for a middleweight unification bout on DAZN. Okay, so now, I don't know what's going on. We're having this big debate in my boxing group, Counterpunch Boxing on Facebook. What's going to happen? Right now, I think, look, Canelo lost the belt. The IBF, they're basically going to pit Gennady Golovkin and who knows who, probably Sergey Darby and Checo together to get the IBF, right? But here's what's going to happen. I can already see it. Okay, so now, imagine Gennady Golovkin will be the new IBF champion, right? And then Canelo's going to say, oh, no, I'm not going to fight him because I don't want nothing to do with the IBF because they didn't give me special Canelo treatment. They treated me like they treat everyone else. They treated me fairly, right? I got a fair shake with these people, and they didn't roll out a red carpet for me and baby me. So, yeah, I'm not going to fight them. And that's probably what, look at the WBC. Remember, the WBC created that beautiful belt, that Cinco de Mayo belt, and Canelo turned his nose up at it. You got Solomon, the WBC over there, bending over backwards, trying to accommodate Canelo, and he was just snubbing him and putting his nose up in the air. It's just crazy how big of a diva this dude is. I don't know, Canelo fans. Seriously, now. Here's the only thing that might throw a little bit of a wrench into my, way of looking at it, okay? One of the issues I keep hearing, shout out Steve Kim, a great reporter, by the way. One of the issues I keep hearing that crops up in regards to negotiating with potential Canelo opponents is they all use the Daniel Jacobs got 12 to 15 million as a baseline, okay? It's become problematic. Okay, what they're talking about is Sergey Darby and Checo. Oscar said we threw out a more than generous offer, and it wasn't enough. Okay, so basically, but wait a minute, back the hell on up now, back up. Okay, didn't Sergey Kovalev talk about the same? Didn't he say they didn't offer me enough money? Right? I wonder what they're actually offering, because we know they tried to lowball Gennady Golovkin. We know they tried to lowball Sergey Kovalev. And now, look, this is the opportunity of a lifetime for Darby and Checo. It must have been pretty damn low. They must have offered him a Coke and a bag of chips, because for him to pass up that fight, most guys would do it for free, okay? Most guys would do it for the opportunity to get in there and become the #1 middleweight in the world by beating Canelo, okay? So they must have offered this dude who knows, man, $10 or something. Because I don't know if I agree. I don't know if Darby. Look, do you really think Darby and Checo priced themselves out? Come on now. Come on, people. Come on now. Now, here's the letter. If you want to hit pause, this is the letter that Oscar De La Hoya put out, where he's basically whining to the IBF because that's exactly what he's doing. So, okay, the Canelo Alvarez, Demetrius Andrade are now in serious talks for middleweight unification. Okay, we all know, right? I mean, no need to continue on. But so look, right now, let me sum it up real quick. So basically, you got Canelo, he loses the IBF because he can't simply give the fans what the fans want. Meanwhile, Oscar De La Hoya is talking about we need to give the fans the best fight we can give them. But then he turns around when he's pissed off and says, "Oh, this guy's the worst. He's unpopular and blah blah blah." I mean, really, just it is an absolute train wreck right now. I mean, this is a dumpster fire on top of a train that's about to wreck over a cliff. I mean, it couldn't get any worse. I mean, like I said, anywhere Canelo goes, okay, he leaves a path of destruction, right? I mean, serious. Think about this. Anywhere Canelo goes, there's drama and just BS like left and right. I mean, dude. Give the fans the trilogy. Stop being a diva. And Oscar De La Hoya, listen to me. Give the fans what they want. We're not dumb. We're not stupid, okay? And that's the thing. I mean, they need to quit treating the boxing community like we're a bunch of idiots, okay? Nobody wants to see Sergey Darvianenko, okay? Dude is getting $350 million. Canelo should be willing to get in the ring with a damn army tank. Canelo should be getting there with the fucking Hulk, man. I mean, come on. $350 million? Stop being a diva.